On Tuesday, District 51 held their monthly Board of Education meeting discussing matters in the district. The only topic on the agenda, though, was the school budget. We sat down with Superintendent Dr. Brian Hill to see how the district is planning for what could be a tight future.
According to a lobbyist, the Centennial State is in a $1 billion deficit, and it could be affecting school districts around the state, including our very own District 51.
When they asked for support for House Bill 1448, that was never mentioned. And so when we were lobbying and advocating at the state level, we never thought this would be part of that plan.
We're coming into the year $1 billion down. And when we say that, that means just holding current obligations, Medicaid enrollment and inflation in K-12.
Just recently, D51 had its Board of Education meeting to discuss about their only topic of the night, the state deficit and budget. Amy says the governor proposed removing all averaging and just going with the current year enrollment numbers, and that means a very big hit for D51.
It's a big deal for everyone across the state that has declining enrollment. We do believe that we will have to go to 3 years, so to go from 5 to 4 to 3 years. And that is a place that the Joint Budget Committee will be able to find money out of K-12 education.
I sat down with Dr. Brian Hill to discuss how much will this affect the district.
It would have a huge impact on us. The good thing is we've worked really hard and been strategic about building up our reserves. And the reason why you would have reserves is for situations like this. But that's not sustainable.
When the House Bill 1448 passed in 2023 at the state level, it was to make adjustments on how the state funds school districts. And now, during the meeting on Tuesday, he says there seems to be a shift.
When the governor's budget was proposed in the fall, I believe the state has about a $1.2 billion deficit that they're trying to close. And so now they're looking at ways to close that gap, and unfortunately they're looking at K-12 education again.
Dr. Hill says due to declining enrollment along with 174 other districts, D51 is in the top 5 to be looked at first due to the low funding.
That's why this is important. Over 80% of our budget goes into our people, and so if we take a hit, that's directly impacting the folks that are in the classrooms educating our kids every day.
Western Slope now reached out to Governor Jared Polis' office for comment, and a spokesperson said, quote, Governor Polis is committed to ensuring those historic education investments support actual students, what they are learning, and that's exactly what his budget proposal does, while increasing education funding by $138 million in a challenging budget year. A multi-year enrollment count diverts funding away from real students to empty chairs. And in a difficult budget environment, every state dollar must be invested in students and educators to enhance outcomes, end quote. And Dr. Brian Hill also mentions it's important to talk to your local legislators to have your voice heard. Reporting from 5th Street, Kyle Kawamoto, KREX News.